You are about to enter a world of imagination. A world where battles are fought and won on hex maps and grids, both virtually and in person. Dice are cast, swords are clashed, and even the hardest problem can be solved with a little ingenuity and a lot of spell slots. From power gamers to role players, all are welcome here. Hell, even 4th edition has a seat at the kiddie table, along with them Magic the Gathering freaks. But enough of that. With dice in hand and a heart full of adventure, I'd like to welcome you all to this Polyhedral Paradise. What is going on this happy Thursday evening? I am your host here, Jason, at Polyhedral Paradise, and I am happy to see everybody. Tonight, we got a really big show. For you. Actually, we have a little show, as I got writing to do. I got a bunch of writing to do, so we're going to make this quick and concise. Because tonight, we are going to announce the contest winners. That's right. We're going to announce the contest winner of this lovely keyed out mug. And we're going to find out live on air who's going to get that. We're also going to take a look at this here module, Castle Amber, also keyed out. Little note, Castle Amber was the second module I ever ran when I was in my younger days. We're going to take a look at it. It's excessively crazy and excessively French. It's got an interesting backstory to it, too. It has a whole bunch of real-worldness to it. But anyway, we're going to get into Castle Amber. And then we're going to do some Dungeon Alchemist map making. We're going to pick up where we left off over the big game day. We were working on some maps, and we're going to pick up from there. But a special thing. During the map making, I have opened up the phone lines. That's right. I've opened up the phone lines. If you want to call in and BS with me while we make some maps, you can do so. At the top of the chat, pinned to the chat, is the link to our Discord channel where the waiting room is, where you too can be on air. Note to producer, have pictures on screen of non-keyed items. Yes, I didn't expect the Castle Amber to be keyed out, to be quite frank. It's blue. It's blue. And, oh well, you know, note to producer, yes. Should really have a discussion with that guy. Anyway, so if you want to call in and talk and bend my ear while we make some maps, you can do so too by clicking on the Discord link that's pinned to the top of the chat. So, before I get too started, let me say hi to Laura, who's in the chat. What's up, boo? Good to see you. Wu-Tang Wells always came through with a drip. No, we're not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Alright. Anyway, so without further ado, got some channel notes. The Death's Head Tree video on the lore channel went over 106 views, and I want to say thank you everybody who has seen that. If you haven't seen that, hey Biggie, if you haven't seen that, go over to the lore channel. It is linked in the description. There's only 25 subs right now, but the video has done 103 views, like I said, and I'm pretty happy with it. So thank you all so much. And let's see something else. Oh, I gotta bring the music down here. Let me pause this because I have something pretty special to tell you guys, or something pretty special I'm gonna hint at. So let me take these off. I don't need these right now. All right. All right. So something really interesting and kind of secretive is going on. It's kind of secretive, but on March 23rd, something really big is going to be happening. If you want to find out what it is, go to our Discord and take a look. I posted about it, but I don't want to make too big of a deal about it because things ain't over till they're over. You know what I'm saying? But if all goes well, I will have something very big to bring to y'all in the near future. Something I think you guys are going to enjoy. Something that I'm going to enjoy doing. And from what I can tell, it's probably going to be a scoop. So if you're interested to know what that is, go to the Discord. Link is in the description for our Discord. And snoop around there. You'll get some ideas. Also, you can possibly participate in what's to come, but I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want to jinx it. All right, so before we get looking at the Castle Amber, I guess, is everybody ready? Everybody ready for the drawing? Let's get some dark music going on. Brrr. I do some drum rolls, but I have a feeling all that is copyrighted. All right, so let's pull here. So in this cup here, I got the names of people who commented on the videos in the past couple weeks. Some names you guys know, some names you don't, and we're gonna draw right now live on the air the winner. Okay. All right. So, okay, it's right here. It's right here. Okay. So the winner of the Polyhedra Paradise non-keyed out in real life cup is Callisto. Callisto, congratulations, you have won the cup. I think you have ways of getting a hold of us. I know I have ways of getting a hold of you, but you are now the proud owner of that beautiful, beautiful, not keyed out in real life Polyhedra Paradise travel mug, which you can use your beverage of choice in. And Callisto is a friend of the channel. She's a mod here. There was no chicanery in that, no backhanded dealings. If there was, I'd have given it to myself or my brother-in-law. So you know it's the real deal. Dritz, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, Dritz. All right, guys. So that's done and out of the way. I'm trying to think if there's any other show notes. I don't think there's any other show notes. So let's take a look at this here. This little plastic encased module I got. So way back in the day in BECME, this used to be the style of module. Note to producer, get a non-keyed out one. So this right here was Dungeon Module X2, Castle Amber, by Tom Moldvay. Now, Tom Moldvay was the person who did the original Red Box. Moldvay did an awful lot of stuff early on in D&D. And this was a module for character levels 3 to 6. And 3 to 6 meant something a lot different back in the day. But let me just read you the back here. Oh my gosh, I can't see. They actually didn't give you a synopsis on the back. Oh, the synopsis is on the front. It says, trapped in the mysterious Castle Amber, you will find yourselves cut off from the world you know. The castle is fraught with peril. Members of the strange Amber family, some insane, some merely deadly, lurk around every corner. Somewhere in the castle is the key to your escape, but can you survive long enough to find it? So, you've got your usual tropes in here. Mysterious castle out in the wilderness. You stumble across it, and we're going to get into the setup here in a second. D&D, this is early on in Dungeons & Dragons, and Dungeons & Dragons absolutely loved their castle trapped in a fog and a mist, and you got to find a way out trope. This was one of probably 3 or 4 that used that trope. The most famous being Ravenloft, but I believe this was first. But, you know, that was 81. Yes, this would have been before Ravenloft. So, on the inside of the sleeve here, you've got the actual castle. There's a map there. Nice little fold-out map. And you can see in the center there, this gigantic space, this is an interior forest. There's a whole forest inside this castle. So what makes this interesting is this came out really before all the gazetteers and everything were written. And this takes place in Galantry. The Kingdom of Galantry, which is completely like overrun with magicians and mages, and I'm gonna give you the lead in here. So this was the most interesting thing that I found when I was a kid reading through it, where the Amber family was not initially from from Galantry. So this is the backstory for the Amber family. The Amber family did not come from the world where this adventure takes place. The roots go back many centuries to another world in a different dimension. The world where the Ambers originated from is similar to medieval France in our world. It's a parallel Earth with history that is similar, yet different from our own. The two main differences are magic is real but illegal, and the law is upheld by the church, and the world has not yet progressed beyond medieval technology. So this takes a lot of influence from Clark Ashton Smith's creations of the Avion story series. So they used a lot of what he wrote to set the setting for New Avion. I think I'm mispronouncing that. But there is actually a pronunciation guide in this. And we'll probably get to that. But we'll take a look at it. But it also goes on to say the Amber family held estates in the province of Avignon on the alternate Earth. Their original family name was de Amberville. This family was noted for secretly practicing magic. In their search for power, the de Ambervilles began to study black magic, essentially magic that dealt with certain dark elder gods whose worship was forbidden. When their secret studies became known, the de Amberville family was outcast. After a short but deadly war, the de Ambervilles fought through a temporary gateway between dimensions and were given refuge in Galantry, a country ruled by a council of independent princes, each powerful magic users. For more details on Galantry and the continent it's located on, see Dungeon Module X1, the Isle of Dread. So there you go. This predates the Gazetteers and the real codification of the Mystara setting. It's like proto-Mystara. The Isle of Dread is the first one to mention like the known world and sort of give you the breakdown of the countries that were there, but they were radically different than what would come in the Gazetteers. Sorry. So some more interesting things about this. Let's see. So it draws heavily on Clark Ashton Smith's creations of Avignon. So it says, for a century or so, it says, after several generations living in Galantry, the de Amberville family grew so powerful that each new family leader automatically became one of the princes or princesses of Galantry. They shortened the name to Amber, and all family members learned to speak two languages, French and the common language of Galantry. For a century or so, the Ambers were one of the major powers in Galantry. In particular, the seventh and last prince, Stephen Amber, was the one most powerful magic users in the history of Galantry. Suddenly, however, the entire Amber family and their mansion, Castle Amber, disappeared, and they were never seen again, and no one knows for sure what happened to them. In time, the Ambers became like legends, subjects of tales to frighten misbehaving children. So, this leans heavily on French, what do you call it, mise en scène? But let's see here. The Ambers have a huge secret in this module. Huge. And I can't really I don't really want to spoil a lot of this module in case anybody ever wants to run through it. Because it is a fun module and it's gonzo. Everybody who you meet in here is crazy to some extent, and holds a secret. It's very roleplay heavy, but it's also very, very deadly. So here we got, here is a map of the province of Avignon, and this is a cutaway section of the castle. And there's a bunch of handouts in here. There's spoiler alert, there's a tomb of Stephen Amber. There's his tomb. He actually ends up, Stephen's sort of lost in time. But yeah, so the thing that I liked about the old modules is that, they give you the text, box text that you can read. But this was very exploration heavy inside the castle, and very roleplay heavy. Let's see, Avignon. You can eventually leave out and explore Avignon a little bit, but not too much. Most of it takes place in the castle. So they have creatures in here that would show up later on in 5th edition, but didn't show up till recently. The Magan, Rakasta, let's see, Lupin, Crabgrass, Mud Golems, Death Demons. So these were all new creatures created for this book. Avouanye. Oh yeah, it's Avouanye. That's how you actually pronounce it, Avouanye. So it's going to be really hard to tell you too much about this and the secrets held within without giving up the keys to the module. So I'm not going to. I just wanted to show you guys. This was like I said, this was the second module I ever ran through. There is a 5th edition upgrade put out. It's a hardback form. I cannot exactly remember who put it out, but it's a thick hardcover book. They did all the original modules, including the Isle of Dread and Expedition to Barrier Peaks, Castle Amber. So if you want to get a 5th edition 5th edition upgrade, you can do that. But this one here that I got is the original, and that'll do just fine. You can just swap out some of the monsters, and it's an easy port over to 5th edition. So, but if you have the opportunity, I recommend you playing through it. If you like mind effery in your games, this is definitely something you should try. So that's Castle Amber. If anybody's out there has played Castle Amber, or anybody I know that I played with remembers it, tell me about your experiences in it down in the comments. So hopefully, if you played through it, you had as much fun with it as I did. So let's see. Before we get into map making, I want to show you one other thing that I picked up this week. So on my quest to create the ultimate Ravenloft collection, where I collect all my 2nd edition stuff, this little gem came in the mail. Servants of Darkness. This was the final module that was released for the Ravenloft setting in 1998. So this is the final one that was released. It takes place right outside of the Shadow Rift. The box on the back, or the text on the back says, a young Byrona has been judged guilty of consorting with the dark forces of Tempest, and now she will burn at the stake for it. The Inquisitors, priests whose zealousness sometimes stirs whispers of doubt among the people, have condemned her with all that surely comes with her holy power. Heroes of integrity and justice are needed to ferret out the truth. To succeed, they must travel to a perilous path that winds through the labyrinthine tunnels of Mount Lamont and leads them to the dreaded hags of Tempest and Tristessa the Banshee, where still they must ultimately face the mysterious Prince of Shadows, who manipulates the denizens of domain for his own evil purposes. When to stand fast, when to run, only those who can survive can say. The Servants of Darkness is a standalone adventure. It took place after the Grand Conjunction, well after the Grand Conjunction. And like I said, it was the final one they put out before Wizards of the Coast eventually shut down the 2nd edition line and moved on to 3.5. And is in pristine condition. And ooh, it just feels so nice. There's something about holding physical copies of books in your hands. But that's the newest addition to the Ravenloft collection. So, in keeping with the idea that tonight is going to be a shorter stream, we're going to move on to some map making now. If anybody wants to join us, and let's kick the happy music back up here. If anybody wants to join us and have a conversation or talk while we do a little bit of map making, you're more than welcome to. Just follow the link at the top of the chat, where the Discord link is. That'll bring you right to the waiting room, and then I can bring you on the stream, and we can chit chat while we make some maps. So let's see. Let me bring up let's change the screen here. Boom. All right. There we go. It's map making time, just like that. So, as always, we are using Dungeon Alchemist. Dungeon Alchemist is an AI-based software. And let me bring up the last map we were working on. We're still working on our castle build. We got the underground portion done on Super Bowl. I'm sorry, we can't say Super Bowl. On Super Day Sunday, we got the castle done. So, the underground portion done. Now we're going to work on the actual castle. So let's see. Let's move this over here. All right, so we're gonna load back up where we're at. And go. Nope. That's a new map. Open map. File. Open map. So I'm looking now for we're gonna start fresh with our map. So remember, each one of these squares represents 5 foot of space. So I'm gonna open up my map for reference that you guys won't be able to see it, but I'll be able to reference it. Just give me 1 second. And let's see. Get down here to pictures. Open up my map for reference. Again, guys, this isn't saying that we're no longer using Incarnate for larger world maps, because you can't beat Incarnate for larger world maps. But I find that using this new software really brings so much more depth to the map making process. All right, and so much more flexibility too. We can do so much more with it. Okay, so the map we're going to be working on, the castle, is 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 50 squares wide. So I want to pick something random, because if we go too crazy and we create one large chunk, it's going to auto-populate everything inside there, and we're going to have a heck of a time putting interior rooms in and stuff like that. So we're not going to be doing that. We're going to have to start with like the exterior walls first and move inward from that. So Trinity, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. So we're going to first start with the interior of the core of the castle. Let's do that. So we've got our large, let's see, first we select castle. We have our large hallway, or not hallway, I'm sorry. We have our large entrance in the front of the castle. So let me just double check where that is on my map. Okay. So that's down near the front. Okay, so we're gonna do our castle 20 feet by, our entrance 20 feet by 15. Now we'll make it a little bit bigger. We'll go 25 by 20. So there, 25 by 20. We drag it. Click the check mark, and boom, it's auto-populated. Okay, so since we're coming, we're laying it out so that we're coming this way, we're gonna move the entrance around to the front. Let's see what we got here. Hallway, kennels, kitchen, rookery, stable box, treasury. So we get the entrance there. Let's change out the doorway. So let's see what kind of door we want here. See what they got in new doors. No, nothing interesting in new doors. Iron doors, there we go. Portcullis. We're gonna put portcullis right on the front of this. There we go. Just pop our portcullis down there. Double portcullis? Would that be a portculli? Let's see. Alright. Around. Sorry, I'm just checking some stuff here. Alright, so we'll zoom back in. There's a portcullis. I'm gonna do a double portcullis. So like when you come in the first bit of the entrance, you've got some extra protection from sieges and all that other goodness. So we're gonna go back to the drawing room, do another entrance, or no, I'm gonna do two separate hallways. So I have a 5-foot hallway coming down here, and then a 5-foot hallway coming down here, and then we'll put another portcullis at the very end of that. So it's like, double protection. Ooh, made that almost too big. Let me X out of that. We'll make, let's put that outdoors. We'll make that grass. We'll do grass right in there. There you go. Now we get rid of that tree. All right, let's see. Oop, nope. X out of that. All right, so we'll put another portcullis at the end. Right there. All right, so there's our entrance right there. Double portcullis. Let's get back to top down. All right, so off of that, once we come into the entrance, we're gonna have a grand hallway, like a meeting area. So let's go back to castle. We got random, barracks, bedroom, brewery, chapel, coach house, dungeon. So I don't see anything we want there. So let's go over to mansion. So we're gonna do a great hall. You can mix. Nice thing is we can mix and match what we're gonna use here. So we'll do a great hall off of this. Gigantic great hall. That's a little more like it. Okay. So let's switch back to 3D. Okay. Now later on I'll go through and I'll change the look of some of the rooms. We're just getting trying to get the basic layout right now. So off of, let's see what I want. Going around the Great Hall, when checking my other map for reference. Okay, so to the left we have a kitchen. Okay, so we're gonna have, let's get another hallway here coming off of the Great Hall. It's a little bit of a wider hallway. Go back there, go back to top down here. And let's see, off of that, oh, go back to castle. Oh, let me change that back around. There we go. We wanted it more stone-like, so we changed that back to stone. All right, so off of that hallway there, we've got a very large kitchen. We're gonna do that on the back side of the castle. There's the kitchen. Off of the kitchen, of course, we've got a rookery. Hey, Jedi Mike. Mike says he's only one chatting with me on old Facebook. Mike, I assumed, does that, you know, you were honestly the first person who may have ever spoken to me live on Facebook. So I assumed that, I assumed all the chat was coming through on the one thing, but I guess it wasn't. Oh, there we go. Oh, there you go. I say, hey, buddy. Hey, Mike, I see your comment now on Facebook. I have to fix that. That should be... That's interesting. It's supposed to come up on the chat on the screen, but I didn't see it. Sorry about that. But good to see you, Mike. Yes, I am a multi-stream. Yes. So off of the rookery, let's see. We'll put the rookery right here. There we go. So that's there. Let's see. Oh, this castle definitely has a brewery on it. So the brewery is going to be opposite side of the kitchen. That's the front of the castle, so I can't put it there. Yes, it is Streamlabs. Yes. Streamlabs gets a bad rap, but I haven't had too much of a problem with it. I like using Streamlabs. I'm comfortable with it. Let's put it that way. I'm very comfortable with it. All right, so kitchen rookery, stable box. Nope. What do I want there? We'll do another. Let's go to the tavern. Go to the tavern. We're gonna make latrines off of the front of the house, or front of the castle. There you go. 4 latrines right there. 3 latrines. Now latrines are different than bathrooms. Bathrooms actually have bathtubs and stuff in it when you have it come up automatically. All right, so it's coming along. There you go. You got your front entrance right there. Oh, I definitely have to change the look of those walls. All right, so there's latrines there off of the front entrance. Let's do another hall. Let's see. Let's go to the mansion. We're gonna turn that into a laboratory. No, let's turn that into a study. Gigantic study. There we go, complete with books and no access to the latrines. All right, so there's our study there. Off of the other side of the castle. Now keep in mind this is just the first floor. It's going to break off into multiple sections. Mike says once I get used to it, I'm going to like it. Right now my StreamYard is having no sound delays. Learning from you and their executive. Yeah, Ryan is a good source to tap. Ryan is a smart man and thorough, and you can tell him I said so. All right. Oh, I need to put a staircase in this other entrance. I definitely have to put a staircase in there before I forget. So I'm going to go over to here to place doors. Nope. Place objects. So we're going to go over again the staircases. There we go. Structural. Stairs up. So we're going to do architectural corner stairs. Ooh, I should have made that. Should have made it bigger. All right. You know what? Let's put another hallway in here. This is learn as you go, you know? So we're going to go back to hallway. Oh, I'm running out of space on the third floor. It's 5, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I have a little bit more room. What I'm going to do now to set our boundaries, it's a good idea to just bring your hallway, get your hallways established first. So let me do that. So this has got a hallway here. So put that hallway there. And the hallway is going to turn a corner. Oh, I'm still in mansion. I should be in castle. So we change that. Change that back to castle. All right, so this hallway is going to run down the side of the castle. And then, let's see, and then across the back, right to the rookery. Now, all that stuff that's in those hallways, that's going to get, moved around, deleted, and taken out. So you don't have to worry about that stuff right now. So this kind of gives us like a general outline of the castle. And the stables are separate, so we're not doing any stables. Barracks, armory, random. Bakery. Okay, so right off the kitchen here, we're gonna do this bakery here. Okay, and then we're gonna come back and fill in this area over here. I need to get some steps going to the upstairs. So we're just gonna do like another great room. The throne room's on this floor, isn't it? Yes, because it's a 2-story throne room. Okay. So I'm thinking in my head as I'm going through all this stuff. So, again, while we're doing this, if anybody wants to chat, there's a link at the top that's pinned to the top of the chat. You just follow that link to get into the Discord waiting room, and I'll bring you on the air. We can chat whatever you guys want while I work on some maps. Probably going for till about 8:30, because then I got to jump off and do some more writing for the next video that's coming out on the lore channel. So that's kind of where we're at right now. So we're gonna do a, what room am I looking for here? Mansion room. Oh no, that's a great hall. I need a regular room right here. So we'll do a hallway here. I need to check and see where that other staircase went up. Okay, we're gonna save this for a second. Save. We're gonna save it in data. Go to program files. Nope. Back out. Data. In case you want to do what I'm doing right now is I'm looking for the save files for Dungeon Alchemist. So I believe it's under Steam. Sirenscape. So just stick with me for 1 second while I locate these. All right. Well, I'm just going to find a place to save this. There it is. Oops. Yeah, I just moved a bunch of stuff around on the computer, and now this is like riveting. I know. All right, I'm just gonna find a place to save it so we can move on here. Okay. All right. So. So that is saved. Okay, so now I'm going to bring up the old map. Okay. All right, so now I know that all that, I know, right? Russian bots. All that to find out where a set of stairs had to go. Oh, man. All right, so let me pull up my staircases. All right, we'll rotate these. That staircase has to go right. I can't place it out here. I have to build a room before I do that. Okay. So let me build that room. So we go back to the building room. And click on castle and then click on throne room. This whole thing is essentially the throne room. Actually, let me change that. There's the throne room there. So we'll let that auto-populate. All these checkers. So that's there. So staircase moves down here. This is just going to be all like a great room. So hallway. This just all becomes hallway. That there. Oops. I think I have to undo that. I shouldn't have put that dividing wall in the center there because it's going to make it impossible for me to place the staircase. So that's why you're seeing me right now deleting this. There you go. Okay, so what I want to do is since I want to include all that stuff, color that first, then come over here and do all that and populate it at once. And there you go. Now you've got that. Thanks, Noah. My brother Noah's got my boys all jacked up on Mountain. He all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Hey, you can put him to bed if you want. I mean, you can put him to bed. I'm not putting him to bed. Not all jacked up on Mountain Dew. All right, now I can finally put this ever so elusive staircase where I wanted it to. So, actually, I can't. Oh, because that's hitting a wall. That's... Alright. Let me take care of some of these items here. So, that's going away. That goes away. That goes away. And now I can move this back here. So, that is the staircase to... Actually, that should be downstairs. I need a set of descending staircases. Stairs down. There's my set of descending staircases. Alright, so you can get a better idea three-dimensionally what this looks like. Let me just back that up. I have to move that around because that's not exactly how I wanted it. There we go. Just scoot that straight back. Right, okay, so I want them walking in there and descending down the steps. So that'd be from the entrance. Okay. Now let me get rid of some of this stuff in here. It's not really necessary. My only issue is that I wish you could pick how many things would populate into the hallways at once. You know? Because I didn't really need all that stuff. I do want to put a little wall there. Let me put a wall there. Place walls. So we're going to go to a stone wall. Yeah, while we're at it, we'll change all the walls to stone. Not all of them. Definitely not all of them. But I want all the walls in that, this hallway here to be stone. Okay, so let's see. Let me zoom out here, take a look at the layout of what we got. All right, so go down in here, take a look, switch back to 3D. The main hall. I definitely want the main hall to look a little bit nicer, so I'm not going to be changing those walls to stone. Masonry walls, rock walls, no wood. Plaster walls. Plaster looks interesting. Yeah, brick. Nah, I don't want to do that. Let's go to the original type walls they had. Stone, wood. All right, let's go with some wood walls. Well, it's already wood. Yeah, it's fancy wood. Let's leave the main hall like that. I do want to change the look of the floor. You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just supposed to be doing the base outline now. So, let me just ask myself this question. Where do I want to put that upward staircase? I want to put that in the main hall, smack dab in the center. So, let me go select we're going to select place objects tool. We're going to get rid of this bare rug, get rid of that rug, and do our ascending staircase. It's descending. Stairs up. I want like a giant staircase, something huge. So I'm looking for, like, in case anybody wonders what I'm looking for a giant ascending staircase. So we'll go with. There we go. So that's what I'm looking for. All right, let's take a look. We'll leave that there. And let's zoom in and take a look at it a little bit in 3D. There you go. I don't want that. Do kind of want that right in the center. No, I want that against the wall. So we're gonna move this door. Move that door there. For that, move this staircase back against the wall. All right, there we go. All right, so that stays there. All right, so I'm gonna save this for now. There's a lot to clean up in here. That's auto-populated a bunch of stuff in the hallways. Which is crazy. But we can clean that up, definitely. So I'm gonna save this. We're gonna kick this back to top down. I'm going to save. Save as Dungeon Alchemist file. There we go. And then we'll close this out. So let's see. All right, so we're gonna close that out. Oof. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentle spoons. Thanks everybody for popping in. I know it was a little bit of a shorter stream, but congratulations to Callisto for winning the. I set it down somewhere. Congratulations to Callisto for winning the non-keyed out actual version of the mug. Thank you for hanging out while we took a look at two of my recent purchases, Castle Amber, one of the second modules I went through, and Servants of Darkness. And I appreciate you guys hanging out as we continue our castle build. Remember, if you want a sneak peek into what I was talking about on the 23rd, go ahead and check out the Discord. The link is in the description. If you want to do so, check out the lore channel that we have. That link is also in the description. The video is sitting, video on the Death Set Tree is sitting at 103 views. Tonight, I'm going to be finishing up the script for the next video, which is going to be on an ancient tome called The Revelations of the Prince of Twilight. It was hidden deep, deep, deep in the pages of Dragon magazines from 1998, and we're going to do a deep dive on it and its implications for the Domain of Dread. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. I will see you guys next Thursday. I'm not sure what we'll be doing, but we'll be doing something fun, probably doing some more map making. But I'd like to thank Jedi Mike for coming in, my brother-in-law Noah for giving my kids Mountain Dew, Trinity for giving me a set of the horns, Laura for always repping the hood, Biggie for repping the upstairs, and Russell Wu-Tang Wells, one of my bestie with no breastie, my producer, who's not a moocher. I'm not a rhyming person, so forget I tried to rhyme. But anyway, Russell, good to see you guys. Thanks everybody for coming. Remember, in the game of life, me, you always roll with advantage, and you shall see me in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody. I don't know where my thing went. I'm not ready to leave you guys yet. I'm not ready to leave yet. Oh, there it is. I'll see you guys in the next video.